Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Kristen. Please remember to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And today I'm guiding you through a yin yoga practice that emphasizes twists to soothe and cool down our bodies. So in the summertime, we're entering the pitta season, the season of fire. And this can lead to a lot of excess heat trapped in our bodies. And when we work with twists, we help to draw the waters of the body back towards the center of the body to soothe and cool our digestive system and to help our whole body cool down. So we'll be focusing on the twists for this practice today, taking our time to deepen into each posture. So we're going to get started by adding a folded blanket or a little cushion underneath our sits bones. And then let's extend our legs in front of us, hip distance apart, widen through the flesh of the sits bones, and take a breath here. Let's place our palms down by our hips and close our eyes for a moment. Feeling into the grounding flow of energy through the body, grounding and cooling, apana vayu. Dropping down through the thigh bones, rooting through the tailbone, and feeling your hips soften. Let's place our palms to the center of the body, to the abdomen, and breathing deeply into this space. Noticing any excess heat through your system. Couple more breaths. Let's inhale through our nose and exhale with open mouth. And then we'll open our eyes and we're bending through our left knee and we're placing the foot to the ground in line with our hip. And we'll bring our heel a little bit closer. And let's take a couple of breaths, interlacing our fingers in front of the shin bone. Compress through the abdomen and take a big breath as you lift up. One more breath. Let's take our right hand down by the right hip, reach the left palm straight up. Take a breath, keep the left hip rooted, and then we're taking our left arm to the inner leg line, and you're pressing the knee and the arm bone together. So there's a little bit of resistance here. And now we're twisting open towards the right. Staying lifted up onto the sits bones and broadening across the heart. If it feels okay for your neck, turn your chin towards the back shoulder. And if your left hand is becoming heavy, you can just relax your fingertips towards your toes. Feeling into this beautiful stretch through the right side of the abdomen, over the liver and gallbladder. And with each breath out, imagine that you're releasing heat through your breath. You can even curl your tongue into a little straw, stick your tongue out, and exhale through the tongue. Sipping air in and out through the mouth. And then we'll exhale and rotate back to center, preparing to move into a deeper, longer twist. Take a few breaths with your spine at neutral. And now cross your left foot over to the outer right thigh. Keep hugging the knee to your chest. Gently tilt forward on the pelvis and lift your heart. Hug your right arm around the left knee. Inhaling and exhaling, open to the left now. Fingertips down by your left hip, and you can slightly drop down through the left hip so your pelvis is even. Keep your head at neutral or gently turn your gaze towards the back shoulder. Closing your eyes. Nice deep massage for the stomach and spleen on the left side. Imagining the cool waters rushing back to the center of the body, hydrating and soothing and cooling, cleansing. And if your left arm becomes heavy, you can just reach for the right wrist, relaxing the shoulders. Three big breaths into the back of your heart, inhaling. And then opening your eyes, rotating back to center, and pause here, feeling the fluids moving back into the digestive system. And then let's bend our bottom knee. So we're bending our right knee and drawing the heel towards our hip. Bring your hips back to center. And today you can either work with shoelace pose, stacking your left knee on top of the right. You might be adding a folded blanket under your knee. That's a really nice way to prop through the knee if this feels a bit intense. And if this does feel just too intense for your knees or your hips today, feel free to take the left shin bone in front of the right. And I'm actually going to take this modification myself today. Readjust the sits bones. And in either posture, lengthen up and fold forward, feeling a little bit of compression through the lower abdomen. If you're in shoelace pose, you'll feel a lot more compression through the organs. And find a little bit of space through the lower back, and then melt and round forward, adding any blocks or cushions that you need under your forehead. Taking your last breath out and rolling up. And as you come up, you can help one knee up and then the other, rocking both knees from side to side. Feeling the fluids moving back to the colon and large intestine, at the lower abdomen, and also feeling a release through your back and hips. And then we'll come back to seated with our legs out in front of us, softening again through the bones of the body and feeling that downward flow of energy coming to rest on the earth. And now we'll bend our right knee, placing the heel in line with the hip and interlacing your fingers in front of the shin bone as you lengthen up, compressing the abdomen. And we'll bring our left fingertips by our left hip, inhaling to reach up through the right arm, exhaling, bringing the arm to the inner leg line, and again pressing the knee and the arm bone together as you open up across the chest, rotating to the left and breathing, feeling lots of space through the left side of the abdomen. So compressing and stretching the internal organs. And again, you can just relax through the right arm. Imagining again that you are releasing excess heat through your breath. You can curl your tongue like a straw and breathe in and out through the tongue. Few more breaths. Rotating back to center, lengthening the spine. It's perfectly normal to feel emotions starting to rise up, perhaps hot emotions coming to the surface. And we'll cross the right foot to the outer left thigh. Place that foot firmly to the ground, and we'll bring our right fingertips by our hip, drop down through the right hip, lengthen up, compress the abdomen, and hug the knee with the elbow as you rotate over to the right. Maintaining length along your spine. Inviting in the cool waters of the body to flood the digestive system. You can always relax your right hand to your left wrist if you need to rest your arms. Take a breath to lengthen up a little bit more and see if you can exhale and deepen the twist from the center of the abdomen. And we'll exhale and come back to center and pausing for a moment. And bending your bottom knee. So now your right knee is stacked on top of the left, adjusting the sits bones, adding cushions or pillows between the knees. And if you're folding through shoelace pose, lengthen up and feel the whole abdomen compress over the thighs, reaching your fingertips forward for a few breaths and rooting back through the hips. As you're ready, you can fold and melt. If you're taking the modification, right shin bone in front of left and folding forward. Feeling as though you are floating in water. Rolling up. As you come up, lean back, release your legs. Rock your knees from side to side. And then placing your feet to the floor, palms behind you, bending slightly at your elbows, gather the belly back, lift your hips up and breathe. Releasing your lower back and stretching open through the abdomen. Exhaling, hips to the earth. Take a breath And let's lower all the way down onto the ground, lengthening along your lower back. And as you come down, stretching your whole body and exhaling, soften your shoulders. Feeling the coolness of the earth. And we'll hug our left knee to our chest. And again, we're compressing the thigh down through the lower abdomen and up along the abdomen towards the rib cage. Soothing the body. And bringing balance to the elements of fire and water. Balance to pitta dosha. Helping to regulate our internal heating and cooling system. Now we'll take our left knee and we'll take it across to the right, shifting onto the right hip. You can add a blanket or a bolster under that floating knee, so you can just float here. And then we'll open up across the heart and stretch the palm in line with our shoulder. If it feels okay for the neck, you can turn your chin towards the left as well. But if that's a little too intense, just keep your head at a neutral position. And in this posture, you really want to feel lots of length along the spine, and the twist is higher up from the mid to upper back. If you are feeling tension in the lower back, you're just sliding your bottom knee forward and coming into a two-knee twist instead. Notice how your breath can open and expand through the chest, just like water spreading through the body. And you can float your head back to center. Release the bent knee and float onto your back, bending both knees again and placing your feet to the earth. Lengthen through the lower back and just pause and breathe. Sliding your left foot forward and bringing your right knee to your chest. Compressing the thigh to the abdomen, relaxing your shoulders and gently drawing your chin back. feeling the surface of your skin cooling down. And that coolness drawing deep into the center of the body. A pool of water deep within the center of your body, crossing the right knee to the left, shifting up onto the left hip, propping that knee as you need to, drawing up along the spine, twisting more from the abdomen and chest. Make sure your lower back doesn't feel compressed, otherwise you can come into a two-knee twist. As you begin to bring your senses internal into the body and breath, can you notice the sounds of the world around you fading as you begin to cool down your mind, inviting the quality of water into your mind, cooling down inflamed thoughts, emotions. And just like water, letting it go. Floating back to center, you could slide your knee down and shift onto your back, hugging both knees to your chest, squeezing the thighs to the belly. Last big breath, round your spine. And then release, coming into resting pose. You can add some height under your knees if you'd like, rolling your shoulders under your body. And as you lie here in a moment of rest, just imagine your body seated beneath a waterfall. Feeling the cooling and soothing water rushing down through the crown of your head, bathing your mind, cooling your eyes, throat, soothing your heart, and calming the internal organs. And washing down through the arms and the legs. finding coolness in stillness. Staying in this place of rest for as long as you need today. Thank you so much for practicing with me. And let me know in the comments if this practice helped to cool down your body and just to soothe your emotions and mind. And I'll see you next time. Namaste. For more yoga practices like these, please like this video, comment below, and share this video with a friend. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.